I met Bert's mother a long time ago. She is the same woman who said to me that a wedding is a funeral where at least you get to smell the flowers.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Lucy. We'll see you later. See you tomorrow, hon. What can I get for you?
Let me have a whiskey and a beer. Draft's fun.
Want to run a tab?
Yeah, that'd be great.
My mom just passed away, so it's the kind of thing that kind of comes over you in waves. It's one minute you think you're some sort of sociopath and you can't feel anything, and then the next minute you feel like you want to start crying, you know, just in the middle of the street.
I've been watching Bert for a while, and I knew this was just going to be the tipping point that would put him over the edge. So I wanted to make sure he was okay.
When I saw the guy moving from stool to stool, I thought he's going to take the beer and leave the bar, but that didn't happen. So I didn't know what to think.
Really? The whole bar's empty. Every stool in here is empty.
It won't happen the way you think.
All right, I'll bite. What won't happen?
You can't escape this way.
Can't escape what this way?
You know, the bar. Consider yourself lucky. You had her longer than most.
Thanks for stating the obvious.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm doing it.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Maybe you are, but I'm still here.
Kid, let me tell you a story. When Calvin Coolidge was president, he was given a tour of a chicken farm, separate from his wife. Mrs. Coolidge was shown around the yard first, and she saw this bantam rooster passionately mating with a hen. She asked the guide, "Does that happen often?" To which he said, "Oh yes, Mrs. Coolidge, that rooster mates passionately dozens of times a day." She said, "Oh, really?" Told that to the president. Later, when President Coolidge was shown around, he saw the same rooster screwing away and was told what Mrs. Coolidge said earlier. The president asked, "The same rooster was screwing away with the same hen every time?" "Oh no, President, that rooster screws different hens all the time." Tell that to Mrs. Coolidge.
But I mean, what's your point?
There is none. I just like the story. Oh, the past, present, and future walk into a bar. Boy, was it tense.
Man, I just put my mom in a box and that's the best you got?
No. Yeah. Buy me a beer.
Hey, bartender,
Yeah.
have another round, 2 beers.
2 beers? Here's your 2 beers.
Great. You know, one for me and one for my friend over there.
Sure, whatever.
So Coolidge, huh?
Yeah, the Coolidge effect. You know, kid, it takes a while for some people to see things clearly. Most people never see anything at all. And I'm afraid our bartender is one of them. I can't even get a drink in a place like this without someone like you.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
Oh, you don't understand. She can't see me.
What do you mean she can't see you?
Not a figure of speech. She really cannot see me.
Still don't get it. How can I then?
Because I wanted you to buy me a beer. You can see me because I'm thirsty.
Oh, wow. I get it. Invisible Man wants me to buy him a beer.
Oh, quick on the old uptake.
Oh, bartender, let me have a couple of shots this time.
Don't you think you had enough? I mean, I'm standing over there watching you, talking to yourself. I mean, are you all right in your head?
No, I'm not. I am talking to myself, but I'm an actor. I'm actually rehearsing lines.
Yeah, an actor?
The 2 shots are props. Yeah. Believe it or not.
Whatever.
Bartender, she thought I was crazy. This nut in the afternoon in my bar talking to himself.
Here's 2 shots, 2 props, one for you and one for the actor.
Thanks.
Yeah, whatever. Then he starts with the talking to himself. So I'm thinking this guy is maybe hallucinating. Maybe he was doing the drugs.
I'd like to thank you, but I'm not going to, not just yet.
Just like everybody else, huh?
And by that you mean what?
You know, you're all assholes. Why don't you just leave me alone?
And if I don't, what are you going to do about it?
I'm gonna leave, goddammit. You can have my shot too.
That's very generous of you indeed. What's the matter?
Get this thing off.
What's this little hoochie coochie dance?
Oh my God, what's going on here?
Oh, quick, call the fire department. You need the jaws of life. That's what you need.
Shut up, this is probably all your fault.
It's my fault. I'm trying to help you. I gotta go call the owner. I have to see if this has happened before.
Happens all the time.
It's all the time. I know you're behind this somehow.
When I realized there was a bar stool stuck to my ass, I was sure it was the old guy. Thought it was some kind of trick.
Did I have anything to do with the stool attached to Bert's ass? For someone who's lived their life by the seat of their pants, absolutely. You told me to leave you alone, so I am.
Listen, this has happened before. You gotta take your pants off. But I warn you, it may not help.
The owner's telling me it happened before, and he said tell the guy to take his pants off. I'm like, wait a second, I didn't get hired for this kind of bartending. I don't do that, you know.
You didn't know it was that kind of a bar, did you?
I think I can get my pants off.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna have to cut the legs off of this stool. Let me go get the grinder.
Legs off.
Sure you don't want that beer you left me, or maybe another whiskey?
Here, put these on. Now bend over and hold on to the bar.
You heard what the lady said.
Put your butt up. Higher.
Yeah, put it up. Bounce, chicka, bounce, bounce. Bounce, chicka, bounce, bounce. Bounce, chicka, bounce, bounce. Need a seat?
Oh, look, I can sit down with this thing on my ass.
I prefer that you didn't. I don't want to have to cut the legs off another bar stool.
You know what? I'll just stay standing.
Yeah, please.
She ground the thing off my ass. That's above and beyond if you ask me for a New York bartender.
Glad I caught you. Horace Addison, attorney at law. I represent this bar.
I think you got the wrong guy.
Now, if you would just sign these papers.
I wouldn't sign those papers if I were you.
I'm not signing anything until I get this thing off my ass.
Oh, tough guy. Well, let me warn you. If you attempt to leave here with property of this bar, I will have you charged with defrauding an innkeeper.
Whoa, just wait a minute.
No, you wait. Like I said, if you attempt to leave here with property of this bar, I will have you arrested.
Quick, make a run for it. Go to Mexico.
Just stop. Listen, what if I just pay for the whole thing?
Eureka! Now here's a man with a true legal mind. Just sign these papers and we'll forget the whole matter. However, if you miss a payment, I will have to charge you a 54% interest rate on the outstanding debt.
Cash, the whole thing. I'll just pay it all.
$224, cash or credit card.
I'll do cash.
Plus what you owe me for those beers, don't forget.
Would you please allow me to conclude my negotiation here before we get to yours? Now, this contract will leave you of any obligation to the bar and the bar of any obligation to you.
All right, but how do I get this thing off my ass?
You are the sole and rightful owner of this bar seat. And with that, have a good day.
The attorney that I willed into that bar would be able to provide a point of view. Fools and their money are quickly separated. So Bert probably lost a lot of cash,
Yeah, it's a little steep.
and hopefully it left an indelible impression on him.
When people get stuck to defray the cost, I collect money for the bar. One way or the other, we get the money.
And you know, obviously money talks, because he took $240. It's pretty steep for the old Barstool.
That lawyer, he didn't want to even solve the situation. He just wanted the money. I mean, I didn't like him.
Anyway, I was glad to see him walk out.
Hey, listen, those beers, they're on the house.
Thanks, but it's not the problem. This is.
Yeah. You know what? I got a friend who's a doctor. He lives up the street. Let me give him a call. Maybe he could help you out.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cooney. Tinda asked me to drop by. Ah, yes, I see your condition. Do you have insurance?
No, I don't.
That's an even bigger problem than your condition.
Huh?
Hey, I'm just kidding. Insurance is a joke. You have cash, don't you?
Watch out, he's a quack. Quack, 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 quack.
Yeah, I can get cash.
$120 should cover it. You can pay by credit or I'll prefer
120,
cash. Now, please, lie down. Do you smoke?
No.
I see. Well, that's a plus in your favor.
What's smoking got to do with it?
Please, I'll ask the questions.
I don't really like doctors either.
Oh.
Maybe he's seen someone with a bar stool stuck to their ass before, I don't know. But, I mean, I don't know why he was concerned about me smoking.
Ass chair fusion. It's because the molecules, they interlock, and you can't pull them apart. Can you take off your pants? I need to take your temperature.
No.
Well then, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for you, though I do recommend you quit drinking. Here's my card, if you need further services.
Money well spent.
Yeah, right. You call that a doctor?
Hey, he's always been good to me. I gotta get back to work.
Sort of a pickle you got yourself into. What are you gonna do now?
I guess I'll find some emergency room somewhere, wait a couple hours for some interns to cut this thing off my can.
I have a better idea. A much better idea. Listen, kid, there is no such thing as a happy ending. So enjoy the middle. Oh, and by the way, thanks for the beer.
Hey, don't forget your stool. You paid for it.
I ran after him with the stool. He didn't want it. He took it from me, threw it in the street. I'm like, oh my God, maybe he is really crazy, but.
The moral of the story is
The moral of the story.
For me, the whole moral of everything is
you stick with your old habits and, where do you end up?
Remember, there is no such thing as a happy ending, so enjoy the middle.
the moral of the story is I don't think I could deal with this kind of nonsense all the time, so.
The moral is respect the law. You can either rise above it or sink below it.
In the end, he made me think about some things. That was weird, right?